Herkese merhaba. World of Condos'un yeni bir bölümüyle birlikte sizlerle bugün farklı bir yerdeyiz. Normalde hep Şeyda ile konuştuğum görüşmeler devam ederken bugün yanımda bir misafirim var. Ve önceki bölümlerde de size bahsediyordum zaten. Bizim burada olmamızın bir merkez sebebi var. Bir projeden bahsedeceğiz size bugün. Embassy Life projesinden bahsedeceğiz. Bu proje kapsamında ben bugün çok konuşmayacağım. Bütün konuşmayı Patrick yapacak. Soruları soracağım ve detayları sizler için öğrenmiş olacağız. O zaman World of Condos'un sunduğu Thailand of Smile başlasın. Hello, Patrick. Welcome.
Merhaba.
Let me shortly translate what I said to our investors.
Yeah.
You know, normally all the time I was on the camera alone, but today you are here, a great guest for us.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here also.
My pleasure.
We are at the center of Embassy now. And yeah, normally I was talking too much in my videos, but today it's time
now
for
you have to talk to me.
I just want to ask you, and as much as possible, all of the answer I want to get for our possibly investors.
Sure, no
from
problem.
You. First of all, we would like to know you more about you. Can you please introduce yourself?
Absolutely. My name is Patrick. Mm-hmm. I'm originally from Ireland, but I've been living in Thailand for over 20 years now. But I've been working with Embassy for around 15 years, coming into my 15th year. So in that period of time when I've been in Thailand, I lived in Phuket, Bangkok, and most of my time now is in Pattaya for around 15 years in Pattaya.
So we can say, so almost in all of the places in Thailand you have been before, you know the culture, you know the system, also at the side of real estate, the side of another business. Also
I've learned that you learn a lot when you stay here for a long period of time, especially in a different country with different language and everything like that. But I have to say, like in Thailand, they make it easy for you to stay here. Mm-hmm. I found it very, very easy. Lots of people speak English, especially in the tourist areas and everything like that. And the lifestyle, of course, it's about the lifestyle here. It's everything, as I say here in Thailand, sabai sabai means everything is good. Yeah. You know, so, but they make the foreigners feel welcome, number one. They're always smiling. It's cost effective, of course.
Absolutely.
Compared to my country, even where you're from, Istanbul, which I've been there myself in the last year or so, it's quite expensive compared to what you have here. The cost of living is much cheaper compared to most of Europe and the westernized countries and everything like that.
And at the moment we are in Pattaya. Let's talk about a little bit of Pattaya.
Absolutely, yeah.
So what's the reason that you are in Pattaya now?
Of course, work.
Sure.
No, but look, you're down by the coast. You're an hour and a half from Bangkok. You know what I mean? And of course, in Pattaya, easy access to many different types of locations. If you want to go to the islands and stuff like that, you're an hour or two away from each of those islands.
Or city center, Bangkok.
Bangkok, whatever. Everything's on your doorstep. And of course, with the infrastructure that Pattaya's improved over the last 10, 15 years, it's phenomenal. Like with Utpao Airport being more international, and of course you have Suvarnabhumi Airport, so you have two international airports at your doorstep. Of course, then we have the high-speed train that's been developed in around from say Bangkok down to Pattaya. Will take you around 35-40 minutes to get here in the high-speed train, which will cut out that 1.5 hour drive. Yeah. You know, so. And of course, they're bringing in the casinos and everything like that, which will just make the property market.
This will be kind of game changer.
For me, this will be a game changer because, as we all know, like the gambling, it's illegal, but now they're kind of pushed. They've already passed the laws to put it through. Mm-hmm. So it's only in the next year or so they will place it, I believe, in one in Chonburi, which we're in Pattaya area, I believe Phuket and Chiang Mai. I think they're the main kind of areas that they're going to put it in. Once that comes in, it will open up the market to a different level.
Gambling is also kind of investment, but there is too much risk. Let me today talk about something with less risks.
Exactly, yes.
So,
yes.
Today, where are we now?
We're in Pattaya in Jomtien.
And as a building, in which building are you now?
Okay. We're in the Embassy Life showroom.
All right, perfect.
Of course.
So about the company, it's Pattaya-based company, right?
Yes. We're a Thai company. Of course, we have foreign investors also. The company's been here for about 20 years.
Like 20 years.
Yeah.
And from beginning till now, what kind of buildings, what kind of lifestyles, social areas for the investors, what did we do till now?
Okay, it's
For the investors,
Yeah, of
what
course.
can we explain to them about our company?
So far to date, we have 14 completed projects. Okay.
It's awesome.
Which we've built like high rises. We have 3 high rises built. We have resort style projects. What I mean by resort style, with big swimming pools and nice gyms and stuff like that. We were the first company in the Pattaya area to do the resort style. Park Lane was the first resort project in the city. That was way back around 15 years ago, give or take. 15, even 16 years ago. And with the success of Park Lane, that was like our first project. We called it the 1 million baht project.
By the way, in which year you have built that project?
This would have been around 2007, 2008,
All right.
give or take, even 2009. But just before I arrived, they completed that. That was around 600 units. To tell you the truth, they sold this project out within less than 6 months because it was a game changer.
Yeah.
This was a kind of a game changer because the market hadn't seen anything like this before. So with the success of that, we developed obviously a few more. Paradise Park, Amazon, which had 800 units, all sold out. Then we had Orient Resort and Spa, which just finished. That finished in around 2018, give or take. And of course, then we have other projects in and around the city centre. One is called City Centre Residence. Again, that's kind of like a resort style, but it's in the centre of the city of Pattaya. But then we've moved out towards the Jomtien area because the Jomtien area much nicer beaches and everything like that. More activities going on compared to the city. But if you want to go into the city, it will take you 10 minutes, depending on the traffic and stuff like that. But it's not that far. So all our projects that we've built are all sold out. And of course, we have 2 other projects on the go, as I say. We have Embassy, which just started construction there in the last month or so. But we've sold 90% of the project. That's another low rise, kind of very, very luxury, like 5-star. And of course, with the success of that project, which 90% the sell out in less than 1 or 2 years, is kind of phenomenal strategy. Because what we do as a company, we try to think outside the box. Okay, before we even purchase any land, we study the market. We see what people are looking for. So we try to build what the market needs, what the market's looking for. Like, for example, Embassy, at that period of time, there wasn't many luxury low-rise projects. And of course, we have different types of units. We have this 35 square meter, 1 bedroom, then up to the 51 plus square meter units. Now, the 51 square meter units, 50 plus, we'll say, is unique, is because there isn't many units like that in the market, because everyone is kind of focusing, as I say, on the small 35 square meters, and then you can combine them to get to 70. So we dropped this into the market, and no one had this in the market because people want bigger units, bigger balconies, bigger space, bigger place to move around. You know, it's to make it more livable, and of course and for renters, because you can get the long-term renters then to stay for that long period of time if you're staying in a nice, comfortable room. So with the success of that, we found another beautiful project. We still want to use the same concept as Embassy, but we call it Embassy Life High-Rise Resort, which is very unique. You know, so which I will explain more in a few minutes about it. Very unique.
Sure. So after we talk about your company and the projects before, possibly the investors would ask you the same question. How long it for sure it takes a time. It depends on the project, how many units, how
Absolutely.
big is the building. All right, but generally about this project, the Embassy Life.
Yeah.
How many years are waiting for us to have our units there?
Usually people will starting out to book the investors. I always tell them the beginning of the project is the time to come in.
Yeah.
Of course, because of course, look, there's an element of risk.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Because that's why the prices are much lower compared to what it is at the end. At the beginning, but I always say to investors when they're coming to buy off plan, which is more importantly, do your due diligence. Check us out. See what we've built before. See, you know, our strategy, our goal is number one for the client. As I say, I'm here 15 years. It's not just about making the sale.
Yeah.
It's what we do after the sale.
Yeah, absolutely.
At the end of the day, everyone can make a sale.
Sure.
But it's what you provide for the investor or for the client afterwards, which is the key factor for any of them. As I say, they invest their money with us. We invest our time back to them.
Absolutely.
You know, to get the return on their investment, what they're looking for. Now, to answer your question, the time frame for Embassy Life is around 4 years. 4.5 years, because the completion date will be for approximately December 2029.
2029.
Yeah. Now, the beauty about this is it gives people a period of time to they don't have to pay the full amounts.
Absolutely.
You know, you can pay it in stages over a period of time, and you can see the construction and everything going on. And what we do for all our clients, once the construction commences, it starts, we send them update reports every month. So they know exactly what's going on and stuff like that. So we're very transparent. We try to keep all our clients very informative so they know exactly what's going on, because most of our clients are overseas.
Yeah.
So they need someone like yourself, of course, that they can trust to give them the correct information to let them know what's going on and what's happening and stuff
Absolutely.
like that.
That's why I'm here today.
Absolutely, yes.
By the way, I've asked you this question at the beginning of our interview. Why?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, people will also gonna ask us, okay, we will gonna buy this project, but when we will gonna have it? That was the reason that I asked.
Absolutely.
And secondly, also one of the most important things they can possibly ask you is, what kind of opportunities do we have here when we will gonna have unit in Embassy Life? What kind of facilities, social areas, and what kind of lifestyle is waiting for the people here?
This is okay. Good question. When I was saying this project is a bit unique, very unique. We call it a high-rise resort. There's just around 900 plus units, give or take. Okay. When I say the reason I say that, because people buy units and combine the units. We have top of the range facilities. Okay. Of course, you have the lobby. The lobby itself will be over 300 square meters. Inside the lobby, you will have a nice little French-style kind of bakery restaurant. I mean, Turkish, you like your bit of bakery, which I do myself.
By the way, in Proje, I also saw too many different cultures, something like some kind of architectural things.
Yeah,
I'm sure you will also talk about it.
Yeah, the style itself, it's black and white.
Yeah.
Okay, which again is unique. We get the concept from Chanel style, because Chanel is black and white.
Yeah.
So we get that idea. But the design of the building, which your viewers will see later on, it's a unique style. It's kind of like a H side, but a pyramid style. And we have a beautiful, around 70 square meters, 70 meters of swimming pool on the second floor. So if anyone buys on the second floor, you'll have direct access. You can open up your balcony and go straight in. Hence, this is why I'm saying you have a resort style. It's one building, but we categorize it down to A, B, and C. Say building A will be direct access looking out to the ocean of Jomtien, because you're only 400 meters from the beach. You're actually on the main road of the second road of the beach road.
All right, so access into beaches also.
Absolutely, you walk straight down, across the road, and you're pretty much on the beach.
Perfect.
You have many different views of sea views, which is unique for unique style. The facilities wise, as I said, the reason we're saying we're unique is because we try to be a bit more like heading towards the meditation side of things. because we understand people get stressed. A lot of people are stressed these days for whatever reason. So we're building like a holistic spa. We'll have 3 rooms. One is like for meditation. You'll have a nice little room, have nice little beats going on, just to kind of clear the mind. Then you come into the other room, which will be the spa. Sit down, everyone knows what, like this, we're not talking about the facilities, we're talking like 5 to 7 star facilities, okay? Because this project will be a 5 to 7 star project. Of course, we will have the top world-class gym, which will be over 200 square meters. Inside the gym, you'll have a boxing ring. And of course, all your facilities for weights and everything like that, all the things that people need for the gym. Then for the kids, we have a lot of facilities for the kids. For the younger kids, we have like a little play area and stuff like that. For the older generation, the teenagers, we have a computer room, like PlayStation, VR, keep them busy for a few hours. But also we have another room, it's called the innovative room, where we want people, the younger generation, to start using their brain a bit more, where if you want to become like an architect or an engineer, you have a 3D, you have things you can put together, you know, so you have to kind of think like little puzzles. Fun absolutely. Education, I call it, like, you know what I mean? And also we'll have, of course, a bar on the pool. And of course we have a swim floor thing where it'll help people to learn how to swim. So if people are kind of nervous about water, we have a pool there that will teach you how to kind of be more confident in the water and stuff like that. And then we have more features. We have like a romantic crystal sauna. It's like you go into this like 4 or 5 different saunas. You'll see it all in the video later on. Because people can only imagine at the moment. So it's like crystal. So you go into this room. It's all like crystals all around, and you sit in the sauna with your loved one and enjoy the moment. We also have a never-ending world. I don't know if you know what this is. It's if you've ever been to Japan. You go into this room, like they have a 360-degree view of like rivers flowing through. It's all like digital kind of. So we're doing something like that, but we copied that idea, but we enhanced it a little bit more. So what we've done, we've put a pool in the middle of it. So you're lying in your pool bed and you have a 360-degree view, and it's all positivity. It's going to show you like the Himalayan mountains, Alaska, you know, all this kind of. So while you're sitting down, just relaxing, you see all these mountains and just kind of. It's another form of meditation and stuff like that.
So it's not just only kind of typical classic condo building. It got too many activities inside.
Exactly.
For adults, for children, for teenagers, for everyone. So normally I also wanted to ask you what kind of audience could be interested on this project. But in this project, as I hear from now, also I have already checked myself. So every kind of person can find kind of their style in this project, is it right?
Absolutely correct. We try to affiliate for everybody. People who like to go to the gym, people who like to, even yoga. We have even place there for yoga. So there's a bit of spot for everybody, from activities to relaxation to meditation. You know, and of course we have a rooftop pool, which I never mentioned. It's on the 25th floor, sorry, and you get a 360-degree view of all of Pattaya, which is surreal, actually, to be honest.
Perfect. Also, one of the most important points when you live with too many people in the same building, about the security and also intelligent technologies.
Absolutely.
How about it?
Yeah, it's all high tech. Of course, we're in the high tech generation now at this day and age. Of course, everything, even the doors to come into your access into your room, it's all a fingerprint or key codes. Of course, and anyone that's coming in, of course, we'll have 24-hour security. When you're bringing your car in, for example, we'll have a camera to scan your number plates to see if you're registered into the project. If you're registered, okay, it'll automatically open up. If you're not registered, the security will come out. Normally what they'll do, take your license and give you like a visitor stamp or whatever. And let you in. But security, 24 hours pretty much. You'll have cameras in every floor, you know what I mean, just to kind of make people feel secure and stuff like that, like, you know. But Here in Pattaya, it's generally safe anyway, to tell you the truth.
Perfect. So the project is now off plan.
Correct.
The prices are for off plan for now.
Yes.
But maybe 6 months, 1 year later, I don't know.
I'll explain.
Even
I
there
will.
will be free units, I don't know. But how about the price situation?
Very
for
good
now?
question. Okay, I'm going to jump from the start till the end. You're
Yeah.
talking about a 30% increase, at least. I'm being modest there. If the casinos comes in, that's another story. But we'll be conservative at the moment. So you can be looking from the beginning to the end at least 30%. But what we do, we gradually increase the prices. Like for example, once we get all the permits and everything, we increase the prices a little bit. Once we start construction, you increase the price another little bit. When you're at a certain phase, if you're halfway through the construction, you increase. You increase gradually till the end.
Because the value will be
Absolutely.
more and more and more.
Absolutely, yes. The value gets more and more. So anyone that buys now, for example, they can see a 30% appreciation just on the condo itself. I haven't talked about the rental side of things. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I have different type of investors. For example, I have people that buy at the beginning with me, but come towards the end of the project, they will flip it. What I mean by flipping is they will resell it on. Because people always ask me, Patrick, when is it the best time to resell it? I always say, because when it comes to the end of the project, we'll have most of the units sold off, for sure. So that gives them, they're not in competition with us or anything like that, so they can put their units onto the market. Units are pretty much almost ready to come in, so people will understand this is a brand new project, and then they can get their appreciation from it. So that's the one side of the investor. Now the other side of the investor is they buy at the beginning, and then they will keep the unit for another 2 or 3 years, where they can get the appreciation from the completed project, and of course the rental side of things, which we will talk about.
Yeah, perfect. So about the price, we also give a bit information, but there is some question. People are asking me all the time about that freehold and leasehold situation, the ownership of a condo in Thailand, 100%.
I get it all the time.
Yeah, I explained it many times, but
Yeah.
I want to hear that from you this time. How would you explain that situation? 100% ownership in Thailand.
Every unit that we sell to our clients is 100% freehold.
Yeah.
We do not do leasehold.
Yeah.
Everything is 100% freehold. Now, I need to explain to you, because there's 2 ways to buy a condo in Thailand. One is what we call foreign name. Okay, I'll explain this side, and the other side then is Thai company or Thai name, which I'll explain in a few minutes. So we'll try and keep everything very crystal clear for everyone.
Perfect.
Foreign ownership. What it means is you buy the condo, you get the title deed, and you have your name at the back of the title deed. It's fairly straightforward. However, there's a couple of conditions when you buy in foreign quota here in Thailand. When you buy in foreign quota, I tell all my clients, you need to transfer your money from your account, whatever currency you're using, directly over into Thailand. Once that money comes into Thailand, it gets converted into Thai baht. Okay, it's what we call the FET, the foreign exchange transaction.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is very, very important, because once you send the money through the correct channels, you will get a certificate at the end, it's the FET certificate, or in Thailand it's called a TT3.
Yeah.
This certificate you need to transfer of ownership to prove that you send the money through the correct channels. This is by the government. So when we go down to the land department, we will ask you for the FET, and because if it's sent correctly, the bank will automatically give you this certificate. We will go down, then you can do the transfer. Easy. No.
Perfect.
Now the other side to buy it in Thai company. People said to me, "What's Thai company?"
Is it risky?
Is it risky? Yeah, of course. Is it risky? Is it dangerous? In my opinion, I'm here, as I said, 20 years. When I buy any condo, I buy in company name.
What's the reason?
Okay, good reason. Number one, the price is cheaper.
Absolutely.
Of course, because when we do any project, it's any developer, we're allowed to sell 49% of the project to the foreigners in their name. The other 51% is in either Thai name or Thai company name. Okay, now, What's the risks involved? Okay, or the downside, shall we say? Downside, okay, with the company, you'll become the director of the company, okay? What that means is when you go to do the transfer of the ownership, it won't be your name on the back of the title deed. It'll be the name of your company that you've chosen the name of.
Yeah.
And then you will get another document. It's a DBD, we call it. It's like the business of the company. But it'll have your name as the director of the company. Okay? Clear so far?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Now, this is where people get confused, because I will tell them then, now you have 49% of the company. You have the biggest shareholder. But then people look at me, no, Patrick, what about the 51%? I said, that 51% is divided amongst 3 or 4 Thai shareholders. Now, what we do to eliminate people's concerns, we will do the company setup for all our clients in-house, and we will use our legal department to be the shareholders. You know what I mean? So there's no problems or anything like that. Now, if people are doing company but don't want to use our shareholders, they can use their own ones, no problem. I always said to them, get them to sign a power of attorney, the shareholders, to state clearly that they have no say whatsoever in the company. Perfectly legal, no problem. The downside of the company is you have to pay tax every year.
Yeah.
Which is it's around 15,000 baht, which is around $400, give or take, per year. Now, what I do also, so I'll give you a little promotion for you, okay, sure. For your clients. Anyone that wants to buy a company name, I will set the company up for them free of charge, okay? Also, I will pay the bookkeeping on the company for the next 3 years.
Awesome.
Just to show them how smoothly it can actually go, okay? After the 3 years, then I will introduce them to my personal accountant that will do the bookkeeping for them on their behalf. So basically, once a year, the accountant will send them an invoice, pay for the bookkeeping on the company, providing you don't do any business out of the company, because that's one of the questions. Can I do business out of this company? Yeah. The answer is yes. My advice, not to do it. I'll tell you why. Use the company only to buy the condo. Okay? If you're doing a restaurant or you're doing any other business, you do a separate company. Because if you use this company over here in the business, anything goes wrong in this company, you can lose everything.
What you
have. You know what I mean? So you have to protect yourself as well at all times. You know what I mean? So that's my advice. So that's why I buy in company name, because the price is cheaper. Okay. Number 2, the payment plan will be a little bit easier. And number 3, you don't have to worry about the FET transaction, because you can just pay by cash. We also accept cryptocurrency. So you can pay
as you wish.
Yeah. And you don't have to worry about this. No. The beauty of the company is, later on, if you want to sell it, you don't have to go back down to the land department.
Yeah.
You just change do you remember the business paper I was telling you, the DBD paper? Take the director's name out and say, put my one in. Yeah. Maybe 1,000 or 2,000 baht. As in the foreign name, if you go to sell it later on, say if I want to buy the foreign quota off you, you'll have to go back down to the land department. Okay? And change the title deed. That will cost you 6.3%. So it's a big difference. The 6.3% can be quite. People don't like to pay this. No one does. You know what I mean?
Yeah, after your explanation, if people still want to have on their own name,
absolutely,
name,
absolutely,
it's possible. Or if the company name, it's also all right. So
exactly,
it depends on their wishes. However they want, we can help them about that.
Correct. But what we do, we give people the option. It's up to them decide what they want to do. Of course, this is what we're here to explain everything to the client, to make sure they understand what they're buying. And of course, listen, when people purchase something from us, it's a joyous occasion. We want them to feel good, stress-free. This is the most. Absolutely. We wanted like a smooth transaction, and to buy property here in Thailand, it's fairly straightforward from the developer, for example. You come in, Patrick, what do I do? You like the condo, you like the unit and everything. We ask you for a deposit, a booking fee, to block the unit. So we take it from the price list. Then it gives us time to do the contract. Of course, the contract between the two of us, what we have agreed and the payment plan and everything, we implement that into the contract. It'll clearly tell you when the completion of the project is going to be, etc. All of this. So everything will be there, black and white, for the client to see straight away.
Yeah.
Once the contract's done, we will ask them to pay a contract payment, or whatever it is, 25-30% contract down payment. And then after that, we'll ask them to pay installments. Now, with installments, again, I work with the client. I don't tell them what to pay. I will ask them how they want to pay. They can pay like monthly, every 3 months, every 6 months. We work with people financially because everyone works differently financially. So we do our best to work with the client as much as we can. So everybody's...
So we got kind of also flexibility.
Very flexibility, yes,
perfect,
yes.
Perfect.
I don't tell them this is what I want. I will ask them what they can do.
How may I help you? Yeah.
Exactly,
Absolutely.
you know what I mean? Because the last thing we want to do is put pressure on people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's what we try and do, is eliminate that problem.
Perfect. So we know now who you are. We know about the company.
I hope
we
so.
know really well about the project, all of the details. And
Yeah.
those were my all questions that I wanted to ask you.
Okay.
And I think, in my opinion, we get the best answers.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for being here today.
no problem. Thank you.
Do you want to say anything else?
Yeah, I just want, like, usually anyone that comes, or we have a big showroom here.
Perfect.
We welcome all clients. We're like a family here.
Yeah.
Anyone that does come in, even if they don't buy with us, I want them to leave with a good feeling, good feeling that they've been treated.
It's too important. Thank you.
Like, because anyone that comes in, we want to give them a 5-star service. If the client comes into Pattaya and sometimes they don't know their way around, we have a service where we'll come and pick them up from their hotel or wherever they're at, bring them to the showroom. If they don't buy, they walk back. No, I'm joking. We drive them back. No, we will drive them back and everything like that. We provide that special service for everybody that comes in. And of course, and thank you for introducing our project and me to your lovely people in Turkey,
Yeah.
which is an amazing country. Which I was there last
you.
year. I was in Istanbul and Kusadasi.
Kusadasi.
Yeah. Food was amazing. People were just amazing there. So I hope to see a lot more Turkish people in the coming weeks and months.
Sure. We will. And I also thank you so much for today. You welcomed us and everything was perfect clear. And I think we also helped to people how they should think about this project. And now we are closing slowly, and
That's it.
we will gonna meet with Toby. He's there right now, and we will gonna visit the units and inform the people about what kind of units they are waiting for. They will gonna see. And World of Condos'un sunduğu bir program daha bitti. Patrick'e çok teşekkür ediyoruz.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure. Thank you.
And hopefully soon we will also talk about more in real
Absolutely.
estate investment in Thailand together.
I'm sure you'll get a lot of questions after this. Listen, as I said, we're open to answer every question that people hear. We're here to help people. This is what we're here at the end of the day.
That's the reason why we're here now.
Yes, it's to help and make people understand how the lifestyle in Thailand can be very amazing.
So at our next episode, maybe we can also take all of those questions together and maybe we can answer them.
Absolutely, yes. I'm looking forward to it.
Perfect. Thank you so much again.
Thank you.
Okay.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.
Burak, Patrick'le sohbetinizi dinledim, muhteşemdi. Projeyle alakalı tüm detayları verdi. Hatta Tayland hakkında da genel bir konuştu. Benim bu projeyle alakalı anlatabileceğim şimdilik çok fazla bir şey yok. Siz lütfen Toby ile beraber konutları gezin, konutları yatırımcılarımıza anlatın. Fakat videonun sonunda beni bekleyin çünkü çok önemli bir sürprizim olacak size. Görüşürüz.
Az önce Patrick'le bütün detayları inceledik, konuştuk. Şimdi Toby ile birlikteyiz. Hangi tür daireler var, fiyatlar nedir, detaylar nedir? Hepsi hakkında bizi bilgilendirecek. Hello Toby.
Hello.
So we just talk all about the project and details about Thailand with Patrick. Thank to him one more time. And now we will gonna talk about the units. What kind of options do we have here? How about the prices? Let me start with the options. What kind of options do we have in this project?
Okay, so in the Embassy Life, we do have a number of different options because we want to serve every possible client. So we're starting at the studio units, which are 23.6 square meters. And then the next option would be our small one-bedroom units, which are between 32 and 36 square meters, all with the same layout, obviously. And then we have bigger units that are available in one-bedroom or two-bedroom layouts, and they will be 51 up to 55.5 square meters. And then obviously, because we're in the off-plan phase and the pre-construction phase, we can combine units that are next to each other without extra charge. So you want to have, let's say, 70 square meters or 60-something square meters, you can do 2 times the small units, the one-bedroom units. Or you want to have like 90-something square meters, you can do a 50 plus a 30 plus square meter unit. Or you can even do more than 100 square meters, which is just 2 of the bigger units combined. And if you really want to go crazy, you can even go 150, 200 something, even more than this.
So there is every time possibility that we can create our own area as we wish. We can bring them together and make it big and bigger and bigger.
Exactly. We can customize pretty much any kind of unit that is next to each other to whatever you or let's say your customers or your clients are looking for. Because we understand, especially as a foreigner, it's difficult to buy a house in Thailand because there are restrictions to it. So a condo is usually the easier choice for a foreigner to buy. And having just a small condo is not often enough space, especially if you come with a family. You want to have more space, or sometimes because people are used to having big apartments, big houses back at home. So when they come here, they also want a lot of space, and we provide it for them if they want to.
Perfect. By the way, what I also know, when they want to buy their condo, automatically in the price, they also get all the furniture. Or how about it?
Yes. So we provide the units, including furniture. So you have different options in Thailand when you buy a condo. It's not just Thailand, but since we're here in Thailand, I want to focus on this. So you have an empty box, which is just the unit, white box, so no furniture, no decoration, no nothing. It's a lot cheaper, obviously, because you don't pay for everything inside. But if you want anything inside, you will be offered an optional package for everything or for certain parts. Or you can do it by yourself. The next choice is fitted only. That means the kitchen is included, maybe built-in wardrobe is included, the bathroom is included, but the loose furniture such as the table, the chairs, sofa, TV, etc. is not included. Then there's the option where we say we include furniture and fitted, which is what we do. So we include all the furniture that you see, even loose furniture. However, the decoration will be optional. And then the last option, as you can guess, is everything included, including the decoration. This one option obviously will be a higher price just because all the costs that will come into the decoration and the furniture will already be included, and then there will not be any option to customize anything. So we say, because a lot of our customers, they want to maybe have a little bit different design, a little bit customized, like making it more personal, we offer the furniture, but the decoration, our customers can choose if they like it or if they want to make it personal. So they have a little bit option in how they would like the
It
unit to look.
also create them a flexibility with their choice. By the way, in our site, in World of Condos, we also design studios, design condos, design houses and everything. At that point, we can also help them. But generally, if you gave us some prices. And were they prices like the furniture included or without furniture? How about it?
Yeah, so the prices that we usually give to everyone, they include the furniture.
All right.
Because obviously when we sell it with the furniture, we provide the furniture, or we receive the furniture from a big factory, which is all custom ordered as well. But we get a better deal for each piece when we order in a big amount. So when we only order a certain amount of furniture pieces, and maybe some rooms, let's say we don't put the couch in another room, not the table, etc., it will increase the cost per piece. That means also the purchase, like the condo price would be higher than what we offer. But when we say, okay, the decoration, we leave it optional. So you can, for example, say, hey, you want to provide the interior design to make the decoration, make it more custom. But even if you say, okay, you don't want any furniture inside, we can leave it out. However, then it's always a little bit like case by case. So if we see the customer really wants the apartment but wants to put their own furniture inside, or they want to ask you to decorate for them, we will talk about it, we will make it happen. That's no problem. But this is always something where we need to talk about, okay, how do we change the contract and pricing and everything, because it's not a normal thing that we do on an everyday basis.
Okay, perfect. So we know the prices now and also unit options. Is there anything that you want to add?
So, like I mentioned earlier, when we combine units or when we are asked to combine units, we do not add any extra charge for combining or customization. In some developments that you see, especially let's say when they're already doing construction, you cannot combine without extra charge because they have to change the layout. This also means maybe they already put in a wall and they have to take it down. And this can cost up to 10% or sometimes 15% of the unit price itself. While we say, okay, especially now in this phase, whatever unit you want, just make sure they're next to each other and we combine them for free for you. And we do the whole layout for you on your request. So if you say you want a one bedroom, like a huge one bedroom apartment or two bedroom, or the way which one we are in right now, a 3-bedroom apartment, we will do the layout for you without extra charge. And if there's any changes you need, let's say change the 3rd bedroom to make a walk-in closet or something, or like a study room, we do this for free as well. So this is our service to our customers, that we say we want to make sure that you are satisfied, not just satisfied actually, that you're happy with what you get and that you feel at home once you move in here or once you actually receive the title deed.
Okay, so we thank you so much for today, for all of the information. Soon see you again with another videos maybe.
Yes.
And herkese çok teşekkürler. Tüm detayları evi gezeceğiz, göreceğiz. Nerede ne var sizlerle paylaşıyor olacağız. Bu arada Şeyda'nın size güzel bir sürprizi vardı. Bu sürprizle alakalı detayları da kendisi sizlerle paylaşacak. Görüşmek üzere.
Patri'ye tekrar teşekkür ederim. Ardından Tobi'ye de teşekkür ederim. Çünkü projeyi muhteşem anlattılar. Şimdi sıra geldi benim sürprizime. World of Condos olarak Embassy Life projesinden satın aldığınız herhangi bir tip daire için 1 yıllık emekli vizesini size biz hediye ediyoruz. Görüşmek üzere, hoşça kalın.